Okay. Hello everybody, welcome back to my Danganronpa gameplays. Hold on. We already saw this, but it's like a recap of everyone that died. But basically, I am back home for the weekend. I want to try and finish chapter 3 this weekend, which might be kind of an ambitious thing, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna do the first half of this trial, and I think what's gonna make it faster is I'm not gonna be reading them out loud. But also the characters voice themselves, so like that's pretty easy. We just want to kill them. Was it one person? Okay. Go for it. Blah blah blah. Okay. No, because we saved yesterday. If I'm not mistaken, I think I actually have some skill that I acquired. Oh, shit. I only have 4 of these little things left. I'm trying to see. What is this? Okay, that. We want that one. Slowly it recovers. Honestly, fuck it. Let's go ahead and buy it. And we're going to equip it. Okay, let's go ahead and start. And we're on the biggest difficulty. Good. Because I always love to do that. Let's review the footage. Not the footage. The clues. Because it has been a little bit since I've... Oh well. Here we go, y'all. Figure out who killed Angie and Tenko.
Now then, let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial.
Ugh, it's so fucking monotonous. He does that every time. I get it though, but damn.
During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who...
I'm skipping this.
Sorry, everyone. I don't think I'm going to be much help this time. Because of Monokuma's disruptions, I couldn't do a thorough investigation.
He wouldn't have been much fucking help anyways.
I can tell Monokuma is overcompensating to hide his self-consciousness.
Next time, spend less time fixing your hair and more time investigating, spaceman!
Shut up! I don't need to hear some comedy act from you two weirdos.
Who did it? Who killed Angie and Tenko?
Do not let your emotions hasten your judgment. There may be 2 killers.
So, our other culprit might not be one of us here.
Ugh, this bitch.
What do you mean?
She's like, ooh, it's a
The
ghost.
transfer student. Maybe our resurrected transfer student dragged Angie and Tenko into the grave.
Oh yeah, I just remembered we were doing that fucking route thing for these trials. Shortcut. Or it's a back route. Back route. I completely forgot about that. I'm glad I remembered at the very beginning of this bullshit. By lying about something... Hold on.
Stop it! Stop making stuff up!
I'm gonna keep this going while I look.
Say something, Shuichi. It'll be a mess if this keeps going on.
It's impossible for a revived corpse to be the culprit. Well, in the interest of being thorough, I should clear things up here. Okay, so whenever we come across a non-stop debate after the psych taxi... Okay, it's gonna be a little bit. We're gonna be lying about Kibo's flashlight function for some reason. Oh shit, this is interesting.
This crime was committed by the recently deceased.
Was it though?
He came back to life and killed 2 of our classmates.
No! So, ritual did work?
Who was resurrected, I wonder?
Angie did say she was gonna bring Rantaro back.
I have a feeling it's the Necronomicon.
Rantaro was resurrected. The culprit is the late Rantaro Amami!
No, it's not, you dumb bitch.
Please, stop it!
So it's either the thing worked or he's gonna revive Rentaro, which I feel like it'll be the thing worked. Shit.
This crime was committed. They came to life.
So, ritual. That's
Perfect.
wrong.
I don't think Angie's ritual succeeded. According to the Necronomicon Monokuma showed us,
Oh yeah, she would have had to fucking burn the effigy or stab it or something and then burn the Necronomicon.
you have to burn the Necronomicon in the ritual.
She didn't do that. What the fuck are these pictures on the left? That's creepy. Carbon monoxide oh yeah, because it's smoke.
If
Duh.
Angie's ritual had succeeded, the book would have been gone. So she must have been killed before the ritual was complete, since the book was still intact.
Deductive reasoning.
Going to think Rantaro probably not culprit.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Well, duh. There's no way a dead person could resurrect.
What a pithy.
Now hold on a second. I can't let that comment stand. Sure, everybody knows that you can't bring the dead back to life. But it's easy at the Ultimate Academy, as long as you use the Necronomicon.
Oh my god. He's so
What are you
dumb.
talking about? There's no way that's possible.
But it's true. I never lie about motives.
Daddy said so, so he can't be wrong. Raising the dead is totally possible.
Man, I can't believe you guys wasted such a perfectly good motive. You
Telling
should have
me.
let me use it to bring Monodam back to life.
Monodam? No, that was a different one. What?
Monodam is still alive, though.
I was wondering, because I'm like, Monodam's the green one. Because Monokid's the one I don't fucking like, and Monosuke is the yellow Byakuya one, essentially.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't waste a resurrection on Monodam's corpse.
Oh! He's like, that hurt my robot pussy.
Oh? So resurrecting the dead was actually possible this whole time?
There's no way it's possible.
There's no way that could happen, idiots. Monokuma is trying to confuse us. Let's hurry up and find out who the Blackened is.
If our transfer student isn't the culprit, then blame falls to one of us.
Ooh.
Who did it? Step aside, Half Pint. I'll handle this. I don't know about Tenko, but I'm pretty fucking sure Kyo murdered Angie.
What? Why?
Don't play dumb with me, Creepshow. I already know what happened.
Okay, let's see. This may not be it. I remembered something Miyu says about the flashlight function. Nope, it's not yet.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie,
Yep.
and it was found in Kyo's research lab.
It was, but Art Lab...
Which makes you, Kyo, automatically
Could have taken that katana, you see? About some katana.
That's a lie.
Oh yeah! I'm a fucking genius!
Okay, we're gonna try and agree about the gold
The
leaf.
culprit used a katana to kill Angie,
He did.
and it was found in Kyo's research lab.
Shit. Oh my love is the gold leaf katana. Fucking shit. Ugh. Okay.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie,
Art Lab's front door, back door.
and it was found in Kyo's research lab.
Shit, it might be the lock picking. It's something about breaking in.
You shitty. You went to the classroom.
Fuck. Let him... Yeah, that's true. Son of a bitch. Okay, so... what was Samugi's account? I don't even know.
Wrong.
This is a pain in
The
my
culprit used a
ass.
katana to kill Angie,
Gold leaf art lab front.
and it was found in Kyo's research lab.
The front door was the one we
Which
had to walk
makes you,
past.
Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see. So that rusty katana was the murder. Terrible katana.
Damn it. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm sorry, I don't have the patience for this. Danganronpa. Actually, no. Let's not be.
Damn it!
Let's not cheat. I want to solve
The
this and be a
culprit
big
used
girl.
a katana to kill Angie,
Back door.
and it was found in Kyo's research lab.
Samugi's account. I feel like it'll be Samugi's account, whatever that is.
I care about some katana.
Yes.
That's wrong!
I don't remember what Samugi's account was, to be honest. But usually it's like, that sounds like the most likely one of all those.
No, Kyo would not have been able to enter Angie's lab. Isn't that right, Tsumugi?
Yeah. Before Angie locked herself up in her research lab, she said she wasn't going to open up for anyone but student council members.
Oh yeah.
And Kyo is not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
My cats are
couldn't have
fighting.
killed Angie even if he wanted to.
I had no desire to kill her in the first place.
So whoever killed Angie must have been one of the student council members, yeah?
I was doing a bit to lead you to the right answer. Can't believe you actually got it.
Oh, how clever.
You can just ignore her, Gota.
The remaining student council members are Gonta, Kibo, Tsumugi, and Himiko.
Well, it can't be Himiko. She was besties with Angie. I trust their friendship. You guys do too, right?
He's such a cunt.
Yeah, of course.
Can we trust their friendship so readily?
Gonta doesn't understand sarcasm.
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
He's like, I'm about to
That
pop.
trims
She's
our
like, I'm about
list
to
of
pop you in the
suspects
fucking
down
mouth.
to 3. Gonta, Tsumugi, and Kibo.
Yep. The culprit is one of those 3 people. You mean one of those 2 people? Because a robot ain't people, Jack!
I will let that remark slide. Anyway, aren't these accusations just a tad too hasty?
Whatevs! The culprit should confess already! Gota, T-Boy, or Tsumugi? Well...
My parents are talking to my cat. Sorry if you'll hear that in the
No,
background.
not Gonta.
My cats
Gonta
are
would never kill Angie.
fucking ornery. And they always like chase each other.
Gota's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of
And then they
us.
get pissed at each other for chasing. It's like, girl.
Hey, stick up for me too.
Gonta definitely not hurt anyone. Torture Gonta if you don't believe.
Ew.
Torture might be a bit too far, but Gota and I aren't the culprits.
And I'm not the culprit either.
Oh shit, not
Jeez.
this again. The
Gonta
split.
not
We're
culprit.
not the culprits.
Went back to work as teaching at Samugi.
Gonta is a gentleman.
possibilities. Surely there must be suspects
Gentlemen
outside
not
the city
betray
council.
student council.
Maybe you have an alibi for last night.
A dead chick
Gonta
can't
and
be
you
the
were talking to both
culprit!
friends.
So I think the gold light means
Much better than being out too late at night.
out too late at night.
Ask both friends if Kyo doubt Gonta.
But it's definitely not me.
Is that a robophobic remark?
Insect.
What the fuck? Inconsistent. Okay, let's look at the other one.
Gonta is gentleman.
Must consider other possibilities.
Surely there must be suspects
Gentlemen,
outside
Surely there
the
must be
city council.
suspects outside the student council.
Maybe you have an alibi for last night.
A dead chick
Gonta
can't
and
be
you
the
were talking to both
culprit!
friends.
Why?
Only
Much
student
better
council
than being
members
out
have
too late at
access.
night.
Look, I don't know who
That's
that
funny,
is.
but Kyo doubt going to.
Gunta.
It's definitely not
I
me.
can't.
Is that a robophobic remark?
Insect.
Okay, I think Kokichi.
You must go to
this
other
gentleman.
possibilities.
A dead chick can't be the culprit.
Book friends.
Oh,
Only student council members had it.
yes.
I heard it.
That was kind of a pain in the ass.
No, it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the door, Shuichi? Unless you're a student council member, you can't enter Angie's lab, right?
I was referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have. Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it.
Okay, this is just him lockpicking.
Oh, that happened? I totally forgot.
So you're going to pretend you don't remember, huh?
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember. Yeah, I did it.
Oh my god.
I killed Angie.
Wait,
He's like,
what?
hmm?
What did you just say?
He's like,
I picked the lock to her lab, snuck into the room, and then wham! Killed Angie.
The thing about Kokichi, he's like, I didn't fucking do it, but I'm gonna pretend I did, so y'all have to prove I'm innocent.
The culprit was me, all along.
What?
What are you saying? Is this some kind of joke?
Nah, no joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins. And it helped. I feel so much better. Whew!
Wait, so Kokichi really is culprit?
No, he's lying. I think. Maybe?
He's lying. I'm certain of it.
No, definitely not a lie. I killed Angie. Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
No.
Then let me ask you, culprit. How did you lock the room?
Huh? Well, it's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Huh? What doesn't make sense? Can't you lock a door by picking it?
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room. They used a different method.
What different method?
Yeah, Mumbles. Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
There were 2 doors to the classroom, and the one locked last was.
The back door.
That's it! The back door. That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
The back door had a sliding lock, yes? How was it locked from the outside?
The culprit used a certain tool.
It's on the dog. Dun, dun. That's not it. Hidden Monokuma. Sorry. Oh, I tried to get those.
I see it!
The gold leaf katana that was stabbed into Kaede's effigy. The culprit used that to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock because...
Because when the katana hit the lock, some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it. The gold leaf on that katana did peel rather easily.
That evidence rings a bell. Specifically, a school bell.
Huh? Are you talking about a different school? What school was it?
Now, that doesn't matter anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
Ooh, the gold leaf landed on the sliding lock when the katana touched it. So that means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right? But wait, how did they move it with the katana? And from outside Angie's lab?
The clue that might give us the answer is the layout of the area itself. It was an odd setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigy's hung upside down.
Angie didn't do that as part of the ritual?
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose, right?
Different purpose. Let's see. Are we about to get our psych taxi? I think so, or some type of minigame. Yep, here we go. It's been a while since I played this. I'm a little rusty. A little rustic. This entire vibe, this is such a vibe though, like the psych taxi. Ooh, girl. Okay. Okay. But turd the handle of the sliding. Damn. Oops. Butterfingers. This is nice because I know all the answers for the most part. So basically, the golden part of the katana, like the play, I can't talk. The part where you hold the katana, that's what locked the door. That'll be explained a little. It's confusing. Shuichi will explain it for me after we do this. But yeah, just keep in mind that katana was stabbed into an effigy, and the effigy was hung upside down with a rope, and that so it could very easily be turned. It's like, ooh. That sounds like, ooh. It's so pretty. Lo-fi vibes. GY probably stands for effigy. Of course, this is the longest question. At the very end. Oh, that said mutilated or mutated. That's probably effigy manipulated. What was done to effigy? I just wonder how the people at the creators of this game came up with all these, like, murder plots. Because they're, like, fucking genius. Because it's really convoluted. How was the effigy manipulated to make the katana affect the lock? It was spun around on its rope. Thinking time. Yay. Spinning it. Do 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 do. Spin it, spin it, spin it. Perfect.
It
Okay.
connects!
It connects. Everything's connected.
That's it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
Effigy spun?
That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist. Then, if you let it go, the rope would unwind and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it.
I see. So the culprit used the katana's counterspin to push the lock into place? The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope, and then swiftly leave. This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock. And thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
Yes, that's how Angie's lab was locked. By using the effigy with the katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword traveling through the air to intercept us.
Creepy bitch.
Oh, but could it have moved the slide lock so easily?
Yes.
The sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move it.
Looser
As
than
long as the
Shuichi's
spinning katana
asshole.
hit the lock.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying until it locked.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime, as to avoid detection.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
I didn't say that.
In any case, the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung up so we think it was some kind of ceremony. That way, we wouldn't notice the lock trick.
But Kokichi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock closed.
He's
I
like,
don't want to
bitch.
completely ignore that possibility. But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
A lie.
Seriously? You fucking lied again?
Cough it up, Kokichi!
Man,
Cough
you guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
You're telling the truth
I want to say I'm lying, but I'm not.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
I wanted to lure the culprit out. If I claimed to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious. Sheesh! Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
It wasn't for you and your meddling kids, and not dumb Shuichi.
You and your fucking lies! Go sit in the corner and play with yourself!
Okay, I'll start right now.
Alright, so who's the asshole who set up this locked room mystery?
Mew, I can't hold it up anymore.
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter, since anyone could have done it.
I feel like Kokichi and Miu would have been best friends under different circumstances.
Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
Oh!
Come, dumpster! Finally! Someone finally called me a cum dumpster!
What should we talk about now?
We must focus not on the locked room, but on who entered Angie's lab. Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry. Therefore, the culprit must be among their number.
That leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi, Gonta, K1-BO, and Kokichi.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council. Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
That contradicts what you said earlier, which I can prove using my recording function.
It's fine. That's just a waste of time.
Me? A suspect? I never kill Angie!
Or Tenko.
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next?
No, technically they're just discussing Angie right now.
I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Silence, outsider! Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
Suspect rangers?
I agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
We might catch them with their pants down!
Oh my god.
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect rangers. What should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
Why?
Why did Tenko have to die? I accidentally cut
I
that off.
want to know what happened to Angie too, but... Can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie's?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
What do you mean?
The 2 victims could have been killed by 2 separate murderers, you know. So we need to find the first Blackened responsible for the first victim. We've got to figure out who killed Angie. Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not meaningless! Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you! Poor Tenko! How could you do this to her? Himiko...
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Lies?
Everything you said is total BS. You didn't give two shits about Tenko when she was alive. But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
Kokichi, enough!
No, it's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that. I know I ignored Tanko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tanko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive. And now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously! It's way too late to realize that now.
This motherfucker is such a dense... He's so stupid.
Our only option is to face her death head on.
Yeah. Face her death?
He's very emotionally
Himiko,
unavailable.
I understand what you're going through.
Okay, never mind. Kind of a slay.
So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth. I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Okay, slay Kaito. He's like,
Kaito!
I'm gonna make you eat those words, Trentina. Time to be not a dense
Put a
douchebag.
silencing curse on whoever calls Tanko's death meaningless. The name of the curse is Death Curse!
Ooh, probably not something to say when we're in the middle of a fucking trial.
I suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
Listen up! All you guys are gonna help out too. Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. That's just as bad as a hit and run! I won't forgive something so messed up!
Tenko was our friend. Going to want to know why she died too.
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died. If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever. Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive, we need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death. Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on!
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Yeah, maybe.
They're not wrong, but I don't mind going over to this case. Bro, change of topic? Was that intentional?
So what do we talk about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Tancrouch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious.
Tancrouch!
Who attempted seance? Who the fuck? It was K1-BO. No, it wasn't K1-BO. It was Krikio, me, No. I think that's it. Yes. Okay. Because I think, yeah, K1-BO got kicked
It was
out.
me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
So those four are the culprits!
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
Well, that's probably just a coinky-dink. The most suspicious out of the four is really Kyo. He suggested the whole seance idea.
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes? If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Well, I suppose, but...
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either. I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
Ooh.
Oh, right.
Also, We should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance. The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
Okay, guys.
There!
We are about to get our first little back route.
You're talking about under the floor, right? Huh? Under the floor?
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person can move through. There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me. Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer.
He's kind of a cornball. Love him, but what a cornball. We're about to do our little lie thingy. Tee-hee-hee-hee. Okay.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Girl, you would fucking see that light. Oh my
I
God.
mean, K1-BO's flashlight function.
That shit was so bright and nearly blinded all of
Now,
us.
hold on a second.
K1 could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance. I mean, K1-BO's flashlight function. Huh? Now, hold on a second.
K1 could have used that function to get under the floor.
Damn it. This is so stupid. This is annoying.
The culprit sneaked in. K1-BO's flashlight function. Huh? Now, hold on a second.
K1 could have used that function to get under the floor.
There we go.
I'll reveal the truth.
Perjury. This is
You
interesting.
gave K1-BO his flashlight function, correct?
These back routes are interesting because I haven't done them before.
Did you not notice?
Or seen them before.
I didn't notice what.
The drawback of the flashlight function that you added. It's so bright, even K1-BO can't see when it's turned on.
I see. That bright, huh?
This bitch is dumb.
Wait, what? There's no way a genius like me would make that kind of rookie mistake.
But you make mistakes a lot. A whole lot.
Hey! If you're gonna fuck me in front of everyone, at least buy me dinner first!
Oh my God.
If he can't see, it doesn't matter how bright the area is. He couldn't move like that. So K1-BO couldn't have been underneath the floor.
Is that true, K1-BO? Is what Shuichi said true?
Funky to play along.
Well, I'm so sorry. I just don't remember. Really, I'm sorry.
Ah, we get it already! Just turn it off! We're gonna go blind!
You don't remember? What does that even mean?
Well, Shuichi, trying to make a fool out of me, huh? Let me put on some makeup, because I want to at least look pretty before you decide to fuck me!
Oh my God.
That's
The voice crack.
Shuichi, I'm so sorry.
Damn, that is seriously bright!
Wouldn't the light have shined through the gaps of the floorboard if it had been this bright?
Literally.
Yes. The culprit couldn't have used a light under the floor. Not even K1-BO.
Oh.
They couldn't have. We were there after all. We would know. There was a hole near the corner of the room we were in, remember? If someone had a light under the floor, it would have leaked through.
Even then, those floorboards are fucking janky as hell. Like, it would be showing through the cracks.
But when we did the seance, I'm pretty sure the room was pitch black.
That's right. We didn't see anything, so the culprit couldn't have used the light.
And just because I have a built-in flashlight function does not mean I am the culprit.
I love how it's a hoagie. I think that's what it's called. I love how it's sticking up.
I see. That was a flaw in my theory.
Jeez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot. My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats. My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
Alright, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Good God, stop flashing
Not
us,
with the
bitch.
flashlight! It's way too bright!
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Then why was floorboard under Tanko lined up funny? Going to think that was so culprit could stab Tanko from under floor.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Even then, that doesn't explain the blood on the top of the fucking cage. Unless, like, the blood splattered up there. Which, I know what happened, but I'm just, like, saying these as if I hadn't known what was going on. Because it doesn't.
Thank you.
I mean, unless you slashed an artery, but even then, that's really fucking, like, an articulate thing to do from under the floorboard. So that doesn't really make sense.
You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Maybe they marked Tanko with glowing paint and looked for that.
Reference to Danganronpa, too.
That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
Boy, that sounds really familiar too. But I'm just gonna ignore it.
Her corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though.
Oh, yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right?
Yes.
If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit.
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
Obviously, he was
When?
doing the fucking
So
seance.
not during seance?
She was alive right before it, and then she was dead afterwards. Seance.
Tanko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she?
And also, we heard that loud ass, like, bang sound while we were singing that little chant.
How could someone have gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
Are you stupid or dumb?
That's not possible. She was alive at that point.
You're a robot. You're supposed to be fucking smart, you dumb. Angie's victory. Understood, I would not say a word.
Yes, she was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
She was dead.
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
I just realized that Tinko was wearing fucking socks with sandals. Oh, that bitch is crazy. She deserved to die for
But
that.
she was inside the cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
Impossible.
Then
Okay,
she
Judy
wasn't killed
Jones.
when the room was dark. It was a different time.
A different time?
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads.
Oh my god.
Huh? Since Galta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think! If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your lip dick brains!
Oh my god.
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It
It
was.
could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time.
Yes, she was. That's
She
not a
was
lie.
dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
That is too fast.
When Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tango real fast.
It was
So fast, no one saw.
no.
Oh my!
Me?
So who lifted the cage?
It was me.
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit.
There's no down!
So what are we?
When Tenko got killed,
Let's see.
it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at...
Himiko is the culprit.
Yeah, I didn't think that would work. Damn it.
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
Was lifted.
Shit.
Damn it.
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been...
Shit. She's so gross.
When Tenko got
Cage, though. Cage.
Cage was lifted.
I don't know the answer to this. I'm gonna just look it up. I don't have patience for this. DRV3 Trial 3.
I was wrong.
I was wrong. Ugh. Yeah, no, we're down to one life. We need to lock in and just cheat. Of course my fucking internet doesn't want to work correctly, right? When I'm really needing it to work. Love that for me. I don't have the patience for this shit right now. Hold on. What the hell could it be? So, Himiko's the culprit, and she's the one who lifted the sheet. No, that was Kurikyo that lifted the sheet. Yeah, Tenko lifted the cage. I don't even fucking know right now. Okay, let's try this one, see if this will work. Okay.
When Tenko got killed, it was.
Moment cage was lifted.
Good.
That's wrong.
No, it wasn't possible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted. Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it.
Oh, yeah.
That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted. If Tenko was stabbed then, there wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
And it's also fucking impossible to have superhuman speed to stab someone and no one see it.
How could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here!
Oh my god. Remodel or rebuttal?
No, it's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out! Tenko died after the seance. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage!
Oh my god.
They stepped the thin blade through the cage, and that clean white sheet got stained blood red!
That's the shitty thing about Danganronpa 2
But the weapon was a
is that you have a limited
Only
amount
the blade could have fit through the gaps.
of things.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
I'll cut through your words.
Wait just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage. She was bent over with her forehead against the marker stone, and the cage itself was about 3 feet tall. The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
Then I messed up again? How could this happen? I'm so embarrassed.
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh my god.
Ah! How embarrassing!
Oh, she definitely has a
If
humiliation
Shuichi
king.
is right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Bitch, the scythe could literally be under the fucking sheet with the dog cage on top of it.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person.
Oh my god, not this bullshit again.
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
Okay, so now we're just
What are you talking
being
about?
stupid.
That's not possible.
We don't know that. Some things
What
are
if
impossible
Tenko's
for
spirit
human,
killed her?
but
May as
not
well
for
just
a spirit.
throw out every stupid fucking idea we have.
Don't say stupid stuff like that. Screw spirits.
Stop that now.
Angie's spirit killed Tenko? Why?
Himiko?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Like I said, that's impossible. Spirits can't be culprits.
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
Well,
I love how scared Kaito's getting.
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done it!
wait, I know. What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage?
Are you? Oh my god, they're so dumb.
If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
That shit was so small.
No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have
I
noticed.
agree with Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
What?
Nonsense.
I
There was
think
no space in the cage for the culprit to
she,
hide.
she might be doing a little perjury herself.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
Cool. At any time. I'm just gonna guess him. Kill Tenko in a cage.
Oh
Who
no!
the fuck? Oh, duh, it's fucking Tenko herself. I just guessed Kurikyo because, I mean, he was like the leader of the seance.
I believe Maki is referring to Tenko herself.
What did you say?
Are you saying Tenko is the culprit? She committed suicide.
Suicide?
If she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out. She volunteered to be in the cage and then stabbed herself during the seance. It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But it's still really
But
fucking
the sickle she was
precise.
stabbed with was under the floor, right? If Tenko had stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Yeah, literally.
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
Perhaps that explains why the floorboard was removed. After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
No, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yes, that makes sense to Gota.
Like, she wouldn't fucking kill herself to get them all killed. Like, that's stupid.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me.
Thank you.
There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
Because I'm a meat.
Maybe I wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier. You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
Yeah?
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right?
Minji burned out Himiko.
Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity.
Oh.
Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore. So she decided to end her own life.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it during the seance?
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
Really? Why?
There could only be one reason to hide it in the killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
Take us down?
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial. So she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her. Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
What are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that. She told me.
What if
True.
all that was just a lie?
A lie?
Wait, we should believe Tenko's last words.
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer. Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
Jeez, you're such a naive dude.
Naive?
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself. If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them. That's That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
Well, we come from different backgrounds. So for now, let's agree to disagree. No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
Whether or not I believe, my heart can't reach Teiko anymore. But I want to believe in her. She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe.
Me too. Gonta no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
But also, Maki's just trying to make the pieces fit. So I get it, but also, like, sometimes they don't fit, and you're trying to make it seem like they are. Proper reason.
Alright, I'll give you a reason.
Is there a reason?
Yes, there is. Will you trust me, Maki? If it turns out I'm wrong, you can blame me all you like. But for now, I need you to trust in my detective work.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Teiko's not that kind of person! But if Teiko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle.
And then stabbed herself with it!
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor.
The truth.
Ooh, I interrupted him. I said, that's enough, Crick, you little bitch.
Tenko couldn't have thrown the sickle under the floor. Because she died instantly.
Instantly?
I'm certain of it. My investigation determined that she died instantly.
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Maki.
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail.
That sounds like a robot, like, I completely forgot. Oops.
Tenko died instantly.
This is not convincing at all. Like, oh, I just
What?
fucking brought this up. But yeah, she died.
As an assassin, I specialize in killing my targets swiftly. I have no doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
How could you forget that, Maki Roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
Excuse me?
It's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary. Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle. Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
Just like I thought. Teiko wouldn't commit suicide.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
No! There must have been a way! We're gonna figure it out!
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during the seance? If you know something, please speak up. It could be the key to solving this mystery.
The loud noise.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance? That's something that bothers me. The seance failed. The
Bitch.
ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. Strange.
About it. While we were all singing the song, I heard something fall.
I agree. Himiko, you think that something fell because of that sound you heard, right?
It sounded like something heavy fell down and hit the floor really hard. What could have fallen down?
Fallen down? There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
Am I wrong? I thought something fell, but
The sound was pretty loud. It did seem like something hit the floorboards.
This is it! I think the floorboard coming off had something to do with that sound. That floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
would the floorboard have made such a loud sound though?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
All right then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now. So what made the floorboard come loose?
That wouldn't make such a...
No.
Still,
Right under floor. With such...
going under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floor.
Miu is really beating this investigation a little bit. Consent, something a lot of men know nothing about.
Kokichi is right. The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
The floorboards fit perfect. Going to make sure, first time we go to empty room.
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation, one of the crosspieces supporting the floorboards was cut off. After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the crosspiece?
Sorry, y'all. This is like dragging on. I'm not very good at long gameplays. We're almost done with this part though, and then I'll take a little break and end this episode here, and then we'll do part 2 next episode. Let's see. Thank you, Taco Bell Destroyer. Not gonna lie to you, I've been kind of cheating. Because... Ooh. E, C... We're gonna try and spell seesaw effect.
I see now! That's right. The floorboard might have been used as a seesaw.
A seesaw?
The crosspiece at one end of the floorboard had been cut off. The other two crosspieces holding up that board were close to the cage. Meaning, if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece, the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever.
Holy shit.
A lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire body.
It's interesting though because I'm surprised that fucking floorboard didn't just tilt all the way down into this bottom area and then the killer would bust their ass on the floor. That'd been funny.
Her whole body.
If the killer died and busted their shit, that's how they die.
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw, alright. But why bother lifting Tenko's body?
Tick.
They couldn't have killed
I don't think-
Tenko like that. Unless they used the sickle.
That's not a scythe, it's a sickle, my god.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a sickle.
Huh? How?
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
Top of the cage.
That's it! The sickle was at the top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down. The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage. Also, the wooden statue kept the blade in place. It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobble, but the statue's weight kept it from falling over. Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw, Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage. She was bent over, meaning the sickle's blade would have connected with her neck.
The 6-inch sickle blade wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in her crouched position. But with the floorboard acting as a seesaw, it could compensate for the blade's length.
Imagine if she accidentally got up and just stabbed herself. She's like, ooh.
Bringing the victim to the sickle rather than bringing the sickle to the victim.
She's like, ah. She's like, ow,
That's
bitch.
definitely an unorthodox idea.
Unorthodox jukebox.
It's crazy, but it would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
So the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That impact make floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide.
Homicide? Homicide, you fucking bumpkin.
What the hell's a seesaw homicide?
There you
That's
go.
fucking crazy!
The craziness is what really makes the killing game fun, you know? They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box.
Outside the
Kudos,
cage.
culprit! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Indeed. Well played, Himiko.
What?
Yeah?
It was you, wasn't it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
Why her?
Because she's the only one capable of carrying out this plan.
The only one? Why's that?
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand. By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean? Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
Oh yeah! Himiko was the one who chose the site for the seance!
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow. You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time. Then she waited for me to host the seance and suggested the middle room. She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it. Then
Interesting.
she killed Tenko, all according to plan.
That's a lie, right? Himiko did such a thing?
In the end, Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
Wait! We don't know that, right? He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
Kill Tanko? I killed Tanko?
Himiko?
My dad's
What's
talking to
wrong,
my cat,
Himiko?
sorry. Yeah. And just like that, we are done with part 1, and we're gonna save and end this shit here, because I am tired. Have you heard the Lana lore? What's the Lana lore? Also, thank you, Justina. Do I want to save? Yes. Okay.